I'd like to announce that as of today, I'm stepping down from Gamerlegion as the head coach. It's been an insane, non-stop ride of 5 years and over 1,000 maps played. I want my experience to serve as a learning opportunity for other pros, so I've decided to share it so others can avoid making the same mistakes that I did. The reason is burnout. I've really struggled mentally for the second half of the year. The schedule has been brutal in terms of travelling and the lack of recovery time. And I first noticed that something wasn't right during IEM Dallas, where we had Acor as a stand-in. But my body language felt uncontrollably bad against Falcons in the playoffs. We weren't expected to win that game at all, and I felt extremely badly affected during it. It should have been a really, really high moment in my career, but it felt completely the opposite during the game. I really hoped that the play break instantly following it would refresh me, but it only partly did. I slowly started recognising the symptoms of burnout more. Team mistakes were increasingly frustrating me. I was sleeping worse, I had a very short temper outside of the game, my body language was becoming worse, and I could fully feel the stress and tension inside my body almost every single day. It's a really strange and horrible feeling. It's almost like I was in a stage of grief and just ready to start crying at any moment. The worst part about it for me was that I really felt like I couldn't show or talk about it due to my role within the team. Being the head coach, you have a duty to show strength and confidence in what you're doing at all times. And wearing this mask of everything being okay was just exhausting me on a daily basis the deeper we went through the season. I started letting moments outside of my control affect me mentally. And I was taking the results personally. Slend was struggling and I couldn't fix it. Then Kersey was having a really hard time dealing with the pressure, which I desperately wanted to help him with, but I wasn't able to come up with a way to do so. And then when Hypex comes in and we get off to a great start at Pro League, we end up going and playing the best 3 teams in the world in a Swiss stage and going 0-3. It just mounted the pressure more. We need wins to make the major, to skip stages, to keep our ranking, and we just had to take it as bad luck, losing to Vitality, Maus and Mongols in back-to-back games. It is such a privilege to be working professionally within Counter-Strike. I quite literally have been living my dream, having started when I was 15 years old and failing to go pro as a player. But I pushed myself too hard for too long, without consistent breaks, whilst acting like everything is okay. Years of working 6 or 7 days a week and 10 hours a day, while scouting and rebuilding lineups during the play breaks, have hit me at last. It even got to a point where I convinced myself multiple times that nothing was wrong, and it was just down to a bad night's sleep or some small thing, and that's why my mood was affected. I became too result dependent, and my falling energy made it all worse. So, I need to take a break, to make sure I recover and this doesn't happen to me again. I am fortunate to be working with Gamerlegion's excellent sports psychologist, as well as someone I arranged privately to talk with away from Counter-Strike for some time. And this sort of help I would heavily advise for anyone who's experiencing the same thing as I am. It's that and the support that my girlfriend has provided me, which has really carried me through the last few months. In these moments, I think you really need support from people around you, and sharing that you feel this way is the best way that you can ask for help. Making YouTube videos has become a passion for me, and I'd love to keep trying to create the type of content that I've always consumed. For now, I might take a short break, but I want to give a quick explanation about why I won't be releasing videos for a little while. But I will be back, and as always, thank you for your support.